Peace. Yo, what's the God like Kim? Yo, today's mathematics is knowledge. All being born of wisdom. Wisdom is the wise word spoken by man, woman, and child. Wisdom is also the wise, the dumb, or wise, the dome. So let's build on it. Silent weapons for quiet wars. Silent weapons for quiet wars. What is a silent weapon? What is a quiet war? A silent weapon is a weapon that moves undetected and is used to your detriment and is fatal to your existence, but it is not perceived by your five senses or picked up by your intelligence. That is a silent weapon. A quiet war is a conflict that is taking place, but not in the traditional sense of guns, knives, and violence. A quiet war is a war being waged on you psychologically, mentally, spiritually, and physically in a way that you cannot detect. One quiet weapon used against us is seedless food. Digesting fruit that has no vitamins, no minerals, and nothing to grow and develop us into the supreme beings that we're destined to be. A quiet weapon is also medications that you take to better yourself, but at the same time, the side effect is even worse than the medication. That's a silent weapon used in this quiet war. When somebody fights you subliminally, when the media put out information against you and manipulate situations and create a public image and manipulate people to view you in a way that is not the true you, that is a silent weapon used in a quiet war. It's called propaganda. Anybody who has ever had a publicized criminal case understands this method of war. They will have you convicted in the eyesight of the public before you even ever receive a fair trial. That is a silent weapon used in this quiet war. As we begin to elevate and maintain our existence, this process is going to play out more and more right in front of our face. And we have to be wise and civilized and open our third mind so that we can see, comprehend, and understand how this takes place. There's a silent weapon used against our youth to make their anger be misguided. I call it the misguided missile syndrome, where they are upset with everybody except the system that is manipulating them in ways and on levels that they do not understand, and neither do the parents understand either. And so the parent doesn't have the active ability to raise the child. They think raising a child means providing for it financially, making sure that it goes to school, keeping a roof over its head. That is a major part. But language is everything. And since words define our reality, when you raise a child, that means that you have the active ability to raise it from one level to another. If your window is closed and you go and raise the window, this means you elevated the window to a higher position. This is the same thing that takes place in raising a child. You ought to raise them so that their mentality, their mindset, their heart, and their consciousness expands and grows to a higher level. So be conscious of these silent weapons in this quiet war as we walk on this physical plane. And understand that the science of life is the science of you. I study life around me. I stimulate light and matter. Peace to the queens, peace to the gods. Maintain and elevate. It was the God like Kim.